Hey everyone, this is my Patreon proud reaction to the 73rd and final episode of World Trigger. That's right, we have actually made it to the last episode of this very lengthy show, which is, pretty hard to believe, and this is the first time finishing a show of this length for me. It's a lot of episodes, but yeah, feels like I've been watching this for quite a while, and it is hard to believe that it's coming to an end, but that seems to be the case. Now, of course, hopefully there is eventually a second season, and if there ever is, I will be sure to react to it as well. Assuming I still react to anime when that happens. But yeah, last episode, what happened? We had Emma helping out Chica with her shooting issues with some pretty cool ideas, kind of left over from the whole Hatohara stuff. We had Inadora talking more about After Creator and their political stuff and how it relates to Hughes and all that. And we also had Kako from Kako Squad trying to recruit Yuma to join her squad. So probably not going to work, but interesting nonetheless. So yeah, let's get into it and see what we do. 3, 2, 1, play. Oof, okay. Beep. Okay. I guess we should. To the future. Mirai, it's nice to meet you. And here comes the question. Yeah, well, it's even faster than I thought. Yeah, but yeah, it was obviously even decline, and there was like no hesitation there. Not really worth having as a cliffhanger, but whatever. You do that, Kitora. I would love to drink your tea. It's not a euphemism for anything. I'm just saying. That's what matters. Did you? Well, that's something. At least it's something. Still looks so brutal. His body just blown in half to a wall. That would be good. Okay, I'm okay with that. Kitora, best teacher. Swoosh. Huh. Well, yeah, we should totally talk to her then. Oh, I don't think we knew that. Huh. So she was a gunner. Okay, that's really good to know. Oh, you forced me. Okay. Okay. Yeah, don't be so soon. Oh, okay. I think I get where she's going with this. Yeah, I think he's learned a lesson that that's not the case. Damn. Only 2 years. She's harsh, but she's not wrong. Yeah. I really can't say Kitoro's wrong about any of this. He's pretty much hit the nail on the head. Miguel's not going to become one of the best B ranks in a couple weeks. It's just not going to happen. I mean, people have been pretty nice to him, so. Well then. And she's just eating her snack over there. In a cute fashion. Man, the silence is killing me. Oh. Well, thank you for being willing to lecture me. I barely remember that. Ooh, fancy. Okay. That is pretty cool. Well, okay. That's really convenient then. Oh wow, that is really cool. Nice. Yeah, did you, Mikamo? It's still cool though. I like it. Okay, that I remember that. I definitely remember that bit. Yeah, we haven't seen anybody else really using that. Kind of prove a point. Yeah, they're for, control. Yeah. Yeah, so this kind of suits him. So really, yeah, Mikamo, the best thing you can do is pretty much just be a helper for, your ace. At least in the short term. Yeah. Yes, I don't have to hit anybody. So yeah, I get what you're saying. This is definitely a pretty useful strategy for Mikamo. I'm sure you can think of clever ways to make use of it on the fly. Yeah, this is not a shonen manga at all. She knows what she's talking about. I like Amikumo's being sure to watch that ass as she walks away. Okay. Yes. Yes? Question mark? Oh, it wasn't polite enough. Okay. That's Kitora for you. Especially for people like Mikumo. Yeah, he's a very nice person. Oh. Really? Kugayuma? That's why you wanted him on your team? Wow. Okay. This has got really silly really quickly. Yeah, Cock really is beautiful. I still prefer Kitora, but that's pretty cool, but still. You're not gonna convince Yuma. Yes, well said. Not easy, but doable. Yes. We got this. Oh, what was that spin? Oh no. Oh no. These two could be friends, actually. I never thought I would see these two interacting like this, to be honest. Phantom Hag. Well, it wasn't really intended. Quite a scene, isn't it, guys? Mikumo. Everybody wants a piece of Yuma. So much, friendship in this episode. Yes, Emma? Yeah, I bet. I bet you're okay with that. Sort of. Yuiga, does he have to be here? You have no room to talk about anything. Really? Is that what it is? I hope so. Yeah, Kitora's cool. Oh, now the whole team's together. Aside from Hughes, who still hasn't really joined us, I don't think. Or... Oh yeah, she's talking about that, okay. I thought maybe she would have brought up Hughes there, like he changed his mind, he's gonna join us, but no. Yeah, much more fun than the wars he had to fight in the neighbor world. We definitely do. Lead balls from Chica, some spider action from Mikomo. Great. We're definitely improving. Just a little bit. A little bit Waku Waku. It almost felt like the end of the episode, but no. We haven't had the opening yet, have we? I don't think we have. But I could always just be forgetting. And this isn't good, whatever this is. Wow. Wow. Freaking Konami. Oh, well that does look like a problem. Is this the, is this actually the invasion that's been talked about? I didn't think we would start that already, because the show's almost over. Oh well. Yeah, if it comes to that, but hopefully it doesn't. We're not interrupting the rank wars unless we have to. Oh, that's, yeah. Definitely a fairly large scale invasion. Not to the degree of last time, but definitely a problem. Okay, hopefully we can handle this. Oh, they got shields? Really? That's not fair. Yeah, this could be a bit of a problem. Okay. Oh wow, those shields did not last that long. I was like seeing Arya squad in action. Is this really the best time to talk about this? Wow. Oh yeah, I forgot there was a thing there. From Kyutora's end, you know. Because I was like, why is Kyutora acting so cute in this scene? Then I remembered, you know. Oh damn. Just just punches just punches him like it's no big deal. That's so badass that Reggie can just do that. Just punches them. Uh, are they putting up? I thought it was a bomb at first. Is that like a what exactly is that? Does it literally just make a hole in the wall? Wow, so you're getting in there. You do that, you small child. Wow, he really called him that. It's all about the Kohai, isn't it? He did. It has. But these moments are glad you don't live at headquarters. Yeah, it was almost over, but... Doki doki indeed. Meanwhile, the B rank wars, which is... Wow. About time. Let's do this, guys. The fight's not gonna happen for a long time, but, you know, let's do this. Begin transmission. And then the show's over. Definitely the kind of ending that makes you really need a follow-up, you know? Like, you can't just end a show like this with no season 2 or anything, because that would just be... It would just be terrible, you know? Like, you would take... If you were a reviewer, you would take off a lot of points if this was intended to be the final end of something, you know? Oh yeah, that scene between Yuma and the old man back in the invasion arc, yeah, that was a really good fight. That guy. How many times are we gonna have to watch Mikumo get blown in half by that guy? Kitty cat on Chica's head. World Trigger. Replica. Our final fun facts. I don't know. Yeah, just time for it to end. Yeah, not quite as large scale as that, but... As if it was, they could not afford to have the rank wars continue. It's over. Yeah. The final episode. I'm afraid so. But Gene Trios will tell us when we get more. Well, that's pretty serious. But what do we do about this? Maybe we could just read the manga? Maybe. Interesting way of breaking the fourth wall with that. Trigger on. Yeah, of course there will be no preview for next episode because there is no next episode. It's all over. Okay, 73rd episode of... This was the 73rd and final episode of World Trigger. This episode, yeah, a lot of focus of it was on Mikumo, and he went to Kitora for some help, a 15-minute lecture. And we actually learned something very interesting about Kitora, which I don't think we knew that before, that she actually had like a below average amount of Trion, and yet became, you know, A rank in the most famous squad, you know, and the ace of that squad is just, like, that's some pretty mind-blowing stuff, you know, it really does add a lot of context to certain things she said and stuff throughout the show. Because she's seen Mikumo, who was really weak and struggling in spite of that, and it probably did remind her of herself, you know, because Mikumo doesn't have a lot of Trion. they've commented on that a few times in the show. He is kind of a low Trion, much lower than, say, Yuma or definitely Chica. Like, he's by far the lowest Meta Trion on his squad. Like, without a doubt. So yeah, she's had a lot of things to say to Mikumo in this episode. I like how she got a little bit defensive about that whole subject. She's just like, you know, that was back then. Nowadays, I'm like within the average. You know, I'm fine. Don't try to shame my Trion level and all that, which was kind of funny. But yeah, she had this whole spider idea thing for Mikumo that he could do, because Mikumo kind of made a mistake of thinking he could just like do some physical training for a couple weeks and he'd be like, yep, I'm gonna do well in the rank wars now. Yeah, oh no, I got shot and died like within a couple minutes of it. Well, this is not how it was meant to go, because you're not going to be like, you know, this isn't the kind of anime where you just go off into the woods with your mentor for a couple weeks and have some sort of epic training montage, and you come back and an opponent that wrecked you last week, you're like, whoosh, and he's like, oh my god, this difference of power, what has happened to you? This doesn't make any sense. You shouldn't be this strong. It's over 9,000. You know, this isn't really that type of show. That's not going to happen, you know. Bleach is kind of the show that I'm thinking about when I say that. Because Bleach, it's been a while since I watched Bleach, and I only watched a portion of it. Like, I watched Bleach pretty much, well, I think I watched until the end of the Bound arc, but I stopped caring about it pretty much after the Rescue Rookie arc. But anyway, I want to say her name was Yoruichi, the cat woman that trained Ichigo, like, yeah, to help him unlock his Bankai or whatever. That's kind of what I'm imagining when I'm talking about that, but plenty of anime has had this little, you know, little training arc a character does for a week or two, and they come back and they're a whole other person. This isn't the show that kind of show that does that, is my point. So Mikumo wasn't going to come back from getting beat up by everyone in training and then be like a whole new fighter. That was never going to happen. Kitora had an optimistic 2 years minimum for there to be a real difference, to be like top B rank material. But, you know, her saying that, considering she's not trying to be nice, that does say that she does have some faith in Mikumo, that he does have potential, if she's saying only 2 years to get to that point. The problem is Mikumo has always been impatient ever since we got to this whole replica kidnapping sort of thing. She's been very much, okay, we need to do this as quick as possible, it needs to get done. And he's been kind of, sort of looking for shortcuts. Maybe not consciously, but he's definitely been doing that for a while now. And it's just not really gonna work out for him. He needs to just slowly but surely improve his physical abilities, but at the same time focusing in the immediate future on what he can actually do to contribute. And that is basically a little bit of, you know, crowd control type stuff. You know, he can like divert people or set up scenarios for Yuma to really be able to showcase what he can do, you know, and strategize. You know, that's things that Mikumo can actually do now. You know, do things that don't require a lot of Trion or a lot of combat experience and fancy flippy grasshopper type moves. Like, Mikumo's never going to be that guy that bounces off of grasshopper and does some epic behind the back stab in water. You know, like, that's not going to be Mikumo anytime soon. So focus on what you can do, get better at that, and not focus too much on trying to do what Yuma does, is kind of what I'm trying to say. And that's sort of what the kind of idea that you thought I was trying to get out there, you know. So I like I went on kind of a tangent there, but, you know, I had stuff to say about that apparently. And we had that whole thing, which helped out Mikumo a lot. And I did like it in so much Kitora's screen time. And then we had the whole Yuma Kako thing, which was funny. We found out why she wanted him on her team. And it wasn't just a matter of you're really strong, you know, and you're on kind of a weak team, so you'll probably be a good asset and possibly willing to join my team. It wasn't something quite like that. It was more like, hey, I got a thing for K names in my squad. You're Kuga, Yuma, wanna come on over? Which is really funny and silly, and then just the silliness in that scene just kept going up and up and up, and I especially liked that little bit where Kako spun around and was gonna like try to kidnap Yuma. I don't know, that was really fun. I like that scene a lot. Those two could be good friends. Yuma in general is really good at making friends. I've seen. He just, yeah, it's, yeah, pretty apparent. But yeah, eventually we all met up. Chica talked about the whole lead bullets thing that she did and getting better on that. And then we just had our invasion begin, basically, which I don't think is going to be as big as last time. If it was, they wouldn't have pulled this whole, hey, yeah, continue with the rank wars. We'll just have some people on the side take care of this in secret. If it was anywhere near as big as the previous one, we would need everyone we had to even have a chance of a good outcome. But because of the way they're dealing with it, you can clearly tell that it's not that big of a deal. But they are prepared for it to be a bit more difficult. Because they will, put a pause on the rank wars if they have to. But hopefully they don't have to do that, because they kind of had to do that for the filler arc, so we don't really want that to happen again. It'd be kind of embarrassing to have to pause it twice. But yeah, that filler arc really did make things awkward in the overall canon. Especially because they had to keep referencing it in various moments. About like, yeah, this whole thing happened, so people are going to definitely be even more uneasy than they would have before. So yeah, I really do wish that filler arc wasn't a real thing, because I feel like that kind of muddied the waters a bit on the overall story, but it's whatever. And yeah, that was pretty much the episode. We got a little bit of Konami, which I liked. The little old maid game where she fails at, because of course she fails at that. No surprises there. And I keep forgetting that Konami has her hair grow shorter when she uses her triggers, because I'm like, who is that? Like, oh no, that's Konami. It's just weird. So, my thoughts on the show overall, which is going to be kind of hard because it's a long show. Now, I do think this is a very good show in a lot of respects. The fact that it does have a protagonist like Mikumo that's a very, believable, relatable, protagonist, while at the same time having somebody like Yuma that is a bit more of that typical, shonen power fantasy type of character that's also, a big part of the story and best friends with Mikumo, and they do have a very good friendship as well. So like how they cover both those bases with those two characters, the power fantasy character and the more relatable one. I think that's pretty cool. But, I mean, I've had mixed feelings about Mikumo overall. His goody two-shoes, super duper nice guy attitude has irritated me, here and there. That's obviously a subjective thing, that doesn't make him a bad character or anything. He just grinds on my nerves a little bit here and there, of course. And the show has a large cast of characters, so sometimes it's hard to really remember everyone, especially some of the less important characters and some of the less important squads, Like, I don't even remember all their names off the top of my head. Some of them that you can never really truly forget, like Arashiyama Squad is a main one, Miwa Squad's a big one. Kazuma Squad, I guess, as well. People like that are obviously easy to remember. But then there's squads like Ninomiya Squad, Suzunari. Got most of them listed here. Well, most of the ones that we actually battled in the ranking wars. But the point is, what was it, one squad? The one that fought Anadora in the training room in the overall arc? That wasn't Kage. Was that Kageura? I don't think it was. No. I don't know. But that's my point. There's a lot of squads, a lot of characters. Some are more important than others. So sometimes when something would happen with another squad, you'd be like, yay, this squad, who are you people again? Do we already know you? Did you have scenes before, or is this like your first time doing anything? Like, I definitely had some moments like that, especially in the overall, the big invasion arc, where we had pretty much everyone involved in some capacity. Sometimes I was like, okay, who are you again? In certain parts, but, that's to be expected if you have this big organization. And, yeah, the show was obviously very slow moving, to be sure, but again, that's to be expected with such a long form show. But the show, even though it had a lot of characters, definitely had a lot of characters that were, likable. They were cool. Like, Kyutora was an early character. I liked her. She obviously was very much tsundere when she first came out. She was that sort of character. But she obviously, she was still cute. She was cool. She, definitely was a little bit bitchy when she first came out with the way she was handling the whole Mikumo thing about breaking rules and trying to make that into a bigger deal than it was. He broke rules for a good reason, and yet she was acting like he's this horrible person for it. Very much a letter of the law kind of attitude, which rubbed me the wrong way a bit, but, I still like the character. And, I think that where the show really shines, though, is with its overall, the world building, especially with the whole squads and weaponry and stuff like that, and the way that it really feels like they try to balance things to where this really does kind of feel like it could be a video game adaptation because of the way they handled all of that. Where you could, you had to pick and choose what kind of weaponry you wanted to fit your squad, and some stuff was better than others, and some stuff there's a little bit of metagaming to it too, you know, where depending on what other people use, you might use something else because that's a good counter for that. And I definitely like the system there. How like every squad's not the same. You could have 3 gunners in one squad. You could have 3 attackers in one squad. You could have 2 snipers and 1 attacker in a squad. I do like that level of customization that all the squads could have. That was really cool. Definitely. And the bailout feature was pretty good too. And obviously another kind of video game-ish feeling feature where you have kind of like a save point. That was probably my favorite thing about the show, just that whole system and everything like that. It was really cool, and different people having different levels of Trion as well. Adds a new element to things. Because some weaponry is a bit more Trion, a bit more of a Trion hog than others. Kind of like the whole spider thing was like the opposite, where if you don't have a lot of Trion, that could be a good thing to use. And you're gonna have to fight around your own personal shortcomings and weaknesses. Let's see what else we had to say on the show. It's really hard to just remember this entire show to talk about. But, I was talking about characters that I liked, right? I don't know how I got off of that topic, but Yuma is one of my favorites. He was always a really cool character, a fun little goofball, but at the same time very powerful and skilled, and willing to defend his friends to the death and all that. He was always a very cool character, probably still my favorite at the end. Although I really do like Kitora, I really like Konami. Having Kugumi Ari as her voice actress helped a lot in that regard. And Jin was a really cool guy. Miwa I didn't really like that much, but, it's whatever. Let's see, who else did I like in the show? I really liked Nasu Squad. I liked them as a squad a lot. I thought what they did with them in the Ranking Wars was really good. I pretty much like most of Tamakoma people, I would say, because Reiji, I can't, Reiji's his name, right? It's either Renji or Reiji. I can check that real quick, probably. Yeah, Reiji. Kizaki Reiji. He was pretty cool as well. I always loved seeing him fight, just boom, punching, things like that is so cool. He was an all-rounder, right? I think they said he was. Man, he was pretty cool. And, Yosuke. Yosuke. The best part about him was probably just how he kept tricking Konami. The worst thing about tricking Konami, though, was because it tricked me half the time until I started to finally get used to him doing that. But that kind of made me realize just how gullible I am as a person, unfortunately. But it was funny seeing Konami constantly being fooled by him, for sure. Yeah, most of the Tamakoma people I like. Yotaro was probably my least favorite, but I didn't dislike him or anything. He just kind of a, smug little brat, Like, he can't actually fight at all, but he kind of acts like he does, that sort of thing. Sometimes I'm just like, just shut up, Yotaro, you're so full of it. But, he did have his moments, I suppose. I did like what they kind of did with him and Hughes, where he was kind of happy to have a sort of Kohai. He might have considered Mikumo a Kohai as well, because they were all after him. But anyway, yeah, he was something. But, the highlight of the show was without a doubt the invasion arc. Because I kind of predicted there would be an invasion arc at some point, because the show was just so set for that. We had this organization with multiple squads, like tons of squads, where it would be hard to give them all really focus. And we had gateways that come to bring, bad guys, antagonists. But they only really did a little bit here and there. But there was a precedent for a large-scale invasion because it happened before. So if you take that all into consideration, it's kind of obvious that we at some point would have another invasion arc once things are set up for it. And then everyone would have a chance to show their skills. We would get to meet a bunch of new characters. Especially when we learned that humanoid neighbors are a thing. It was obviously we're going to be more of them, like actual bad ones, And they would probably have cool block triggers to show off and stuff. So, like, nobody that watches the show should have been surprised that there was going to be a big invasion arc. Like, that really shouldn't have surprised anyone, to be honest. It was just a matter of when it would happen, and I had no idea when it would happen, really. I, kind of assumed halfway through the show, but because I would give plenty of time for it to happen, to get the, what's the word I'm looking for, to, I don't know why I'm kind of blanking. Happen doesn't seem to get the point across. It has time to come to fruition, maybe, like, to fully have enough room for it, basically. I guess is what I'm going for with that. Anyway, that was the best part because, like I said, we got to see all the squads doing their thing, and there was some really cool teamwork showcase on that. Like, names. I had to go back to the after creator names. It was... No, it wasn't Hyrain. Who was it that did... That was... I think it was Ron Banan, right? Yeah. I think he was the one that was... He didn't even have a black trigger, but he was still really powerful. And the teamwork taking him down was really cool. Like, there was some really awesome teamwork showcase there. But as far as interesting triggers, though, Hyrain and Enadora's were probably the most interesting. I mean, Enadora's especially because you were never really sure exactly how it worked. People just kept being like, "What is he? How do these things pop into my body? Like, what does it do?" Like, yeah, his was probably one of the more interesting ones. Although Hyrain was the coolest. Like, and he just held it out, and then it's like these Treon birds just like flew around, and as he could just stand still, and they would attack people and transform Treon stuff into blocks. That was so cool. That was probably my favorite trigger in the entire show. But Mira's teleporting one was good too. That was, if I got to choose one to actually have in real life, that would probably still be the one I would choose. That was great. But yeah, I don't know how much really to say about it, but that really was the best point of the show, was the invasion arc, and to see all that cool stuff and the tenseness, is that the word for it? Suspense? I don't know, because you never really knew exactly how this was going to end. I was really worried that Chica would be captured. I was like 80% sure that Chica would be captured at some point, and we would have to go to her, and because I think we talked about away missions before that, but yeah, if we did, then that would make it clear. That would give us a clear extra motivation to go on an away mission. I know we already have the plan of getting Chica's brother and stuff, but that would have a much more immediate, direct reason to go there. So I thought that would be the reason. Like, Mikamo would be like, okay, we have to be chosen on these away missions. Chica's been captured. We need to rescue her. That's got to happen. Although they kind of did that, but with a replica instead. Replica is the one we're going to have to rescue. So it's still a similar kind of concept, but I was almost sure Chica would be the one. Considering how much they were focusing on that, she had so much Treon. They needed a god, although don't think I knew that at the time, but they needed a god. And yeah, that would have, I can just picture the events in my head, like Chica being there, being like, Chica, you have so much Treon, you will become a new god. He's like, no, I don't want to be a god, I want to go home. Like, I could envision all that in my head, and yet it did not end up happening. So that was probably the biggest surprise for me in that whole arc. I was so sure that Chica was going to get captured. I was so relieved when she didn't. Because it was looking really bad near the end there. Mikamo was like barely being able to run towards HQ, abandoning his Treon body, getting stabbed. That was really looking bad there. But yeah, there were so many cool fights in that arc. We had Yuma versus the old dude. I had the names up. Visa. His going in and out of the Treon body to fight him was cool, and how that kind of foreshadowed what Mikamo did later on to try to escape. We had, Reiji fighting who did he fight? I think did he fight Hughes? I know Hughes eventually fought Jean, but because I know Mikamo ended up with the whole magnetic stuff in his arm, which I'm pretty sure came from Hughes. So yeah, I think Hughes was initially confronting Mikamo and Reiji and them before he got into a one-on-one versus Jin. But yeah, seeing Reiji fight was really cool, because this is when we really got to see Tamakuma go at it. We had Reiji fight. We had Konami fight, because we got to see what they could do, their customized triggers and stuff. That was really cool. Definitely really cool. What else did we have? Mira didn't really do much fighting herself, really. We had the stuff with Ron Benning, I already said, which was really cool. He just kind of flied around and shot things, I believe. I think that's most of it. I mean, of course, we had the rabbits, which was cool. Those things were tough. We got to see Kutora fight a little bit. We got to see her turn into a cube, which was unfortunate. Pika turned into a cube, too, which is also unfortunate. That's when I started to really panic when she became a cube. We ended up capturing Hughes. We captured, Anadora, which was good. Of course, especially if Hughes does end up becoming our squad member. I don't think he's really committed to that yet, but he probably will eventually, I would imagine. But yeah, I think I talked about this long enough. The show was pretty good, I would say. Like, very solid anime. I don't know why it's not more popular than it is. Hunter x Hunter is really popular anime, but I wouldn't. From what little bit I have seen of Hunter x Hunter, it's not like leagues above World Trigger. So I'm kind of surprised World Trigger is not a bit more popular than it is. Because it does remind me of Hunter x Hunter in a few ways, you know. Definitely. They're different shows, of course, but I do feel like there's some similarities there. They should have some overlap within, you know, fans, you would think. And there probably is. But, you know. Like I said, the show's way too long for me to really say a whole lot about it. But I've already talked about it long enough. It's a good show. I enjoyed my time with it. I'm glad I watched it. And if more comes out, which I assume will be the case, I will react to that as well if I am still reacting when that happens. So there you go. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.